All right, and here we are joined by the fantastic horse person. What do they call them? Horse people? Horse,
Owner?
horse. No, she's a horse owner. I know. Horseman. You can't say horsewoman. Horsewoman. I don't like the horseman thing now. I'm going with that. The beautiful Wendy Ouriel. Did I say
Good
it right?
job.
Did I say it right? I did.
You
Right?
did
Right.
it. Enough. You did it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And we know Wendy very much.
You
She's
did
a
it.
horse owner.
Bad start.
She is very affluent in horse racing.
Great handicapper.
Yeah, fantastic. Friend of the show, friend of ours. Always a pleasure. The beautiful Wendy Ouriel. I said it a little bit different that time. Was it-
Better. It's good enough.
I'll
Getting
never win. Wendy. Okay.
Yeah.
Wendy, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. I'm so glad to be back.
Yeah, it's been a while, except last year for the distaff we had you on.
I know, and I've been rolling in the dough since then. I hit a jackpot at Low Sale like a few weeks ago.
Bam.
Damn.
Boom.
And I hit that massive super high five at Fresno on closing day. They had that mandatory payout.
Yeah.
I hit that. I've been rolling in the super high fives lately. It's been great. That's my favorite bet.
Was that when your horse ran?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
well, that was the following day.
Okay.
Yeah, but Gail's evening, she did pretty good in that race. She finished second. We're gonna run her back in like a week, and I think she's gonna do really well. So just stay tuned with her. She likes the Tapeta the most, but even though she finished second in that race, that was actually probably her strongest race. She had her highest speed score ever in that race. So we'll see.
Wow.
She likes the Tapeta, so we'll run her back at Golden Gate and hopefully we'll get that win out of her. It's
And-
been like a year since I've been in the winner's circle.
Well, I mentioned who you're talking about for everybody out there listening.
What?
What horse are you talking about for everybody listening?
Oh, I'm talking about a filly that I bought back in September. It was at the Low Sale meet. I claimed a 3-year-old filly from Matt McCartney named Gail's Evening. What happened with her, which is really interesting, she was running really well up at Golden Gate. She won a couple of $50,000 allowance races. They claimed her in an optional claimer for $50K. Brought her down to Del Mar, hoping, oh yeah, she's going to do amazing down here. Well, you know, horses that do really well up at Golden Gate don't really do so well when they're brought down here because the competition is so stiff. So she didn't do so well. So they dropped her to a $20,000 claimer at Low Sale. And I was like, I can't believe that these idiots are doing that. So I snatched her up. There was a 4-way shake. I got her, and then I just sent her right back up to Golden Gate. Because you know, a really good horse up at Golden Gate is like an average horse down here. So why not send them back up to Golden Gate where they're winning?
Make some money. Make some
Right,
money, Wendy.
right.
Wendy's a businesswoman, that's for sure.
And here's
that's
the other
what she
good
does
thing.
it. And
She's
I do
a
have to say,
Calbred.
one of your
She's a Calbred.
old. Oh, there you go, Calbred too.
So she had a pretty, so with that race that she came in second, she had a pretty substantial bonus because she is a Calbred. So I made about an extra couple thousand just by that alone. It was great. So hopefully we'll get another win out of her soon.
No, absolutely. And your old horse you had that got claimed beat me the other day with Irish Heatwave.
Irish Heatwave. Yeah. Once he gets claimed, then he starts winning races. Same thing with Man Friday. Man Friday, we lost him. And then, he's going and winning races now too. He won like $100,000 allowance the other day. So that's just it. And that's the problem is, when you have a horse, you have to put them in a race that they're going to win. They lose. You got to drop them down so they win. And then a lot of times they win. And then they get it in their head that this is what winning is all about. And then they start doing really well.
Yeah.
They love
That's
that
just the
one.
name of the game. What are you
Yeah,
gonna do?
it's
Yeah.
called horse racing, Wendy, and that's you know it better than anybody.
Yes.
All right, so let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. We are doing race for the Grade 1 filly and mare sprint. It's 7 furlongs on the dirt. We have another 6-horse field here. So Wendy, who do you like in this race?
Well, I'm going to go with the horse with the strongest speed figures, with the fastest speed time, and who's only been defeated once in her career. And that is Bella Sophia.
Ooh, yeah.
That's it.
There
Okay.
is a younger filly in town She's younger, she's hotter, she's got a bigger butt and a cuter face, and her name is Bella
Whoa.
Sophia. So sorry, Gamine.
No one is
Old
as
news.
beautiful in the entire world as Gamine. She's the most beautiful woman who's ever walked the face of the earth, and I will
Hey,
stand
she's
by
getting
that.
older. She's getting older. She's got a couple wrinkles around her eyes. I saw the crow's
No.
feet.
No.
And you know what? There's a hotter girl in town. And she's going to kick Gamine's butt on Saturday.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. So we're going straight. Anything else in this race that you think might happen?
You know, I think that it's going to be, well, you know, you look at a couple of other horses in here. Cece and Gamine have gone head to head on a couple of occasions, and Gamine has laid waste to her. So I don't think Cece is Gamine's competition. When you look at the other stats in here, this is a 2-horse race. Bella Sophia and Gamine all the way, but I think Bella Sophia has got it in her to knock the queen off her throne.
All right.
Yeah.
I love
What do
it.
you-
I love it. Well, okay, I'll go right into it with what I like here. And I agree with what you're saying. I think Bella Sophia is gonna, I think Gamine has never been challenged to the turn because who Gamine runs against the same competition all the time. I think Bella Sophia can beat this horse to the turn, and we'll see what Gamine's all about when she gets beat to the turn, because she never does. And we saw her in a dog fight one time and she lost. I keep saying that, you know, a real dog fight, and she lost. So I like the Bella Sophia angle. I can't throw Gamine off because I've said this before. If Gamine wired the field, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm going to go out on a limb here because of speed duel that could happen with these horses that I don't think both of them don't like not being around a turn. And I'm going to go with Proud Emma on the rail as well, because I think it's the one closer. And if these guys want to burn, and Edgeway, I think will get sent as well. So if they want to burn, I could see this one coming home. You know, a little bit older, you know, obviously, you know, sagging a little bit at this time, as Wendy would say, you know, a little bit older mare, you know, but I would say I'm going to use that horse just in case there's such a hot up front where I think Gamine can get run by, and we'll see what Bella Sophia can do. But I'm going to use both of them, obviously. But I do like the Bella Sophia route with Gamine, because I think whoever wins to the turn there, the horse that gets beat to the turn is not winning the race. So I'll go 1-5-6. I'm going to go deep here where I really thought I was going to single Gamine when I first thought about it. And then I looked at it and I'm not going to, because I
Yeah.
do agree Bella Sophia on the outside, especially. Who knows, could just cut Gamine's head off coming out of the gate too.
Yeah, you
She's
could.
been beat before. She can be beat again.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, I do want to make a correction. This is a 5-horse field now, as the Stio Talentoso has been scratched.
I think you said number 1 was scratched.
Yeah.
Thanks for telling me now.
I was waiting for you to finish your picks. No, so now we're down to 5 horses. But I'm all on Bella Sophia. I am not playing Gamine at all. I think this horse will challenge Sophia and let Gamine just fall. But I am throwing in a long shot here with Edgeway. With what Randy was saying, if there is a speed meltdown, a battle between Gamine and Bella Sophia, and they choke, I think Edgeway will be there right behind them to pick up the pieces. For a price at 12-1, I'm taking that, but I am not putting Gamine on my ticket. I think Bella Sophia could take the show.
Yeah, I think the throwout could be CC, like Wendy said, a horse that's proven that can't run with Gamine. You know, if it's a 5-horse field, you're gonna play 4s, throw out a 4-1 shot, which makes no sense, but
Both Gamine and Bella Sophia have both gone against like Lake Avenue, for example, and beat her. And all these other horses have gone against each other except for Bella Sophia and Gamine. If I'm looking at the form here right, they've all pretty much
Yep.
gone against each
Yeah.
other except those two. And when you got a new girl in town that's winning races by 11 lengths here, you know, her doing G1 races really early on in her career and doing a hand ride pretty much, she's going to be tough to beat. So we'll see.
She is.
absolutely.
AJ, who do you like?
Well, it's not like I haven't been super vocal about this race for the last like 3 months that we've talked about, you know, with Chip, where if Gamine is the love of my life, Bella Sophia, since winning the test, has been low-key my mistress. when I took her at she was 6-1 morning line. She ended up going up 4-1 because I took her in the survivor pool, singled her in that sequence that day. Gamine will forever hold a very special place in my heart, but she has not been the same this year. And I think that has a lot to do with the Lasix angle that we talked about also multiple times on this show. So to me, it's two horses. It's Gamine. It's Bella Sophia. Two of my favorite fillies since I've ever been in this game. I love them both. Bella Sophia more recently, obviously, because we all know how vocal I've been about Gamine. Sarah's on to something too. Edgeway, I think, is by far the third best in this race. I would not take Edgeway to win because it's going to be one of those two, but I would play Edgeway underneath. Even if one of them drops off, I could see Gamine winning. Edgeway comes up, gets second. Bella Sophia finishes third. Same way with the opposite, where if Gamine gets pushed too much, which I don't think she will, because I do still think she's a super horse, and Bella Sophia drops off, Gamine, Edgeway, Bella Sophia, something like that. It's going to be those three. I don't give any credit to the other two, I guess, now in this race. I really don't.
Really?
And I've said multiple times, and Wendy brought it up, Gamine has destroyed everybody in this class. Bella Sophia is the one good horse in this field that Gamine has not just routed before. No one stands a chance. Bella Sophia is the absolute underdog coming into this one, and an underdog at 5-2. I get it, but if you're trying to beat her, I'd use her. But it's those two, and that's it.
All right. I think you're crazy to talk about the three the way you did and not the one who was closing on that horse 4 wide, and it was a 6.5 furlong race. At 7 would have went by that horse easy. So if you're saying the 3 is much better than the 1, you're absolutely nuts.
Oh, wow. Oh, so you're going to get mad at me for picking the third best in this race? Okay.
No, but I think if you don't think the 1 you're throwing out the other ones that can't pick up the pieces. I mean, the 1's a better play, I think, than the 3 picking up the pieces.
When Edgeway's talent has been tested, she's failed.
Exactly. That too.
So I don't think she has a shot here. And now that she's going against probably the 2 best sprinters in the country, she's not going to do anything. No chance.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Well, me and Wendy are not on Gamine at all.
Yeah, I like Gamine, but
I can't, and Gamine just wires this field. I can't leave it off because I'd just be like, oh, well, here we go. Here we go again.
And it's
well, I
Gamine
agree
one
with
of the
AJ, if she's a different horse now with different medications being used. And I'll just throw this out there. A lot of Bob Baffert's horses are a little different now that he's under a microscope. Not saying why, but you can read between the lines. And so you have to wonder. And then you've got this trainer that Bella Sophia has, and maybe he does something very similar to Bob Baffert, but he's not under a similar microscope just yet. So maybe she has an advantage that Gamine used to have.
Ooh,
Yeah, this is a big
interesting.
Breeders' Cup for Bob Baffert, now that you mention it before we get off, because he's got the more testing with his horses.
Yep.
So it's curious to see, like, if he's gonna like really get them ready and they go, or because I mean, this is a big thing. If his horses don't run all of a sudden, and he's getting extra testing, that makes him look terrible. And it might not even be that. It could be just his horses had a bad day. But it's like he's really got to get these guys. I mean, obviously they'll be tuned up for the Breeders' Cup anyway. But this is a real thing for the public to see if these horses don't do well here. People are going to be screaming from the rooftops.
They will, but my question is, do you think, I've seen some chatter about this on Twitter. If he does test positive, it won't be known to the public and they'll brush it under the rug. Do you think that scenario is possible?
No, because horse racing has the most transparency of any sport in this country. Everything is public information. So if it comes out, it comes out. I mean, it's all published because it's a state regulated sport. So I don't see how they would hide it now. And I'll just throw this out there as well, because it's such a transparent sport. Maybe that's why some trainers choose to train their horses in certain places.
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe you can get away with more
Yeah,
But
when you're racing in places that, yeah, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
where the
I
media.
mean, if you have like a really good trainer and you're like, why are they not training at Santa Anita? Why are they training at this other little track? Maybe there's a reason for that. Now, I'm not saying anything, but sometimes trainers will do things to avoid
They
being
will.
caught doing anything.
They know the game
because-
as much as anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll play around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm going to say about that, just from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It makes total sense. And listen, like with horse racing, you say being transparent because it's so bad. Wait till the NFL and everything, when everything gets legalized around the country, how their standards are going to go up with steroid
Exactly.
testing and everything.
Once you bring gambling into the equation, then you have to have everything out there, because you can have people suing saying I was cheated out of my money. And when you're cheated with gambling, that's way more serious than some baseball player who's doping just so he can hit a home run. That's a little different.
Yeah,
than-
it's like basically entertainment at that point. That's all it is. If you're not
Yeah.
gambling on it, it's getting mad because some Marvel character did steroids for the role. Like, no, okay, that's fine. Like you got the
Yeah.
role. All right, it's entertainment. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
when you get gambling into it, you'll see it, and it's funny. We'll probably bring that up at some point. But
We
Yeah.
will. Awesome. Wendy, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
I like this. I like that we're playing against Gamine here, me and you. We'll see how Saturday plays out at Del Mar. But everybody, good luck with the Philly Mare Sprint.